right. I'm surprised we don't have a line from Paimon opening the game today. Okay. Anyways, hello friends and gamers. I actually made a rule with myself much earlier in the week, but I'm not getting to it until today because I've been very tired this week. I went to bed, got in bed ready to go and was asleep before midnight, but I got into bed at 10 p.m. 2 nights in a row. That is unheard of for me. Unheard of. I was asleep before midnight. Honestly, I think I was asleep before 11. Who am I? Who is she? I don't know, but it is Friday night. 8 p.m. on a Friday night. I just had pizza. We're doing Archon Quest. I made a rule with myself earlier this week and I'm not acting on it until today. I'm not letting myself do a single Genshin event until I am, at the very least, more caught up with the Archon Quest. Ideally, I would like to be entirely caught up, but I know that it gets really long around the final act of Fontaine. It gets really long, but I don't really have too many things pre-recorded, so I'm okay, we can make do with this. Also, we've seen the full extent of Arlecchino's ult. She does stand up at some point, not her ult, her idol. I make that mistake frequently. You'd be surprised. But I'm not caught up with the Archon Quest. It's really bad. We're getting caught up with the Archon Quest today. I'm making a rule. I'm not allowed to do any of these events. The 16 days left, Arataki Rocket for Life tour, I'm not allowed to do it until I get more caught up. I might not do it at all if I don't get caught up, and that's gonna be on me. And this is entirely fueled by the fact that I saw possible theories and spoilers for what we're getting in 3.7. I have nothing in my backlog, so I know this is going up well before 3.7 for a change. But I've seen, technically it might be leaks. It might be leaks. So I take it with a grain of salt, but if it's correct, I need to get caught up fully with Fontaine, now. It needs to happen now. I also want to do part 2 of Sinnoh's story quest when it drops, which it hasn't dropped yet when recording this, but it will be dropping soon. And I really liked part 1 of Sinnoh's story quest, probably one of my favorite ones yet. I did not record it, but it was one of my favorite ones yet, and I look forward to part 2 a lot. I don't really remember all of part 1 though. I just remember loving it. So we're gonna have to catch up somewhere along the lines. Anyways, today we're Archon questing. Also, I'm just looking at what this is called. Oh, the pop culture references are gonna go crazy for this event. That's gonna be so fun. Okay, so we are still in Act 2 of Fontaine as light rain falls without reason. The truth lost with the rain. That's what we're doing. We have to go speak with Theory. So we're involved in the serial disappearances case, whether you like it or not, from the new intelligence you gained from your encounter at the Fountain of Lucine. And I think I read that as Fontaine of Lucine before. You can't make, the words are too similar. I can't read. Anyways, you and Navia prepare for the next step in your investigation. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We are going back to Fontaine. Give me the, what is it? The statue of the seven. I can't think straight. We are going to be running around with Arlecchino, even though she's level 40, because I said so. If we get stuck in the first battle we get stuck in and I have to tank the whole thing with Wanderer, that's when we'll switch it up. But until then, I have Arlecchino here. I'm using Arlecchino. Okay, so there's Theory. We're still talking to everyone, I think. I think that's what we're up against.
Thierry, it's me.
Thierry. The H is silent. Okay. Hi.
Oh, now what brings you
Was this
here,
the
Miss
guy?
Navia?
I think it was
I've heard that you
the
made
one
quite
after
the
him.
name
That's
for
the
yourself at
guy.
the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
The trial.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also.
Didn't we already know he's the guard?
You know, the way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I.
He says that really well. You say
you
that
sure
really.
there
I
isn't a
could
little
never
bit
say
of
it.
truth in
I'm
that?
not good at French.
Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
Isn't he in the city? Or is this not the city?
I mean,
I thought we
where
were
I
in the
work,
city.
It's really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
He says it so
Alice did a
well.
fantastic job running the town.
I'm
Building
enthralled.
Rasula from the ground up and clearing many
The
obstructions.
VA really
in my
popped
way.
off with that one.
It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Enough chit-chat. Are these two friends? of
Easy
yours?
but high paying job.
You, here for some formal business?
Hi, we're here to interrogate you.
These two are my partners. What
Hello.
happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case.
I lost my
and
mouse for a second.
father's
Okay, go over
may be
here.
Related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old
How's he gonna
Oh,
case.
react? Because then we'll know.
Ah,
Okay, he's
I
chill.
get
He's
it.
chill. It's not him.
You think there might be more?
This is
to
not the
case
dude.
now
Either that or
you
he's
know
kind of
people can be
insane.
Dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first.
Okay,
heard
so
of it.
maybe he knows
If you want to go through
something.
the original files from your
Oh,
father's case, I
okay.
can help you look for them.
I like the sound of that,
That would be much
because Nicolette
appreciated.
was no help
Thank you.
there.
Actually, I have another question.
Oh.
Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Because of the
Of
Gardamek
course.
incident.
Without
Oh!
them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
Oh no. Oh
Why
no,
do you ask?
besties.
We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more
No,
evidence
because we
for my
got jumped by
father's case.
Gardamex like a day ago.
You see, just
Like last
recently,
night.
we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city.
And we don't know
So-
who let them go.
If you hypothetically
don't know who
wanted
is
to do
controlling the
something
Gardamex.
against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after
Fair.
me.
Yeah, you'd have to be smart enough to do that.
Then you think too highly of my abilities.
Okay. So we just
Dispatching
aren't asking the
mecha
right
is
questions.
very
All
different
right.
from controlling them.
So,
If I had to make an
Huh.
analogy, when you order a dish, the
so
chef will
dispatching
make
and
it for you.
controlling.
You can ask
So it
the chef to
almost
cook,
sounds
but
like-
not to massage your
Yeah.
shoulders or carry your baggage.
So they have like a set function to do. So it almost sounds like somebody was smart enough to, one, scratch off the serial number so they're untraceable, and two, hack the Gardamex to control them. Does that sound, I mean, does it sound like a Dotori thing? I don't think so, because Dotori is more like life sciences, like biology and stuff like that, chemistry even, not necessarily like hacking and computer science sort of stuff, which I don't really think is even a thing in Tavat, because it's not that advanced, but like, the closest thing would be like what we got in Sumeru with like actually there was a couple. I think was it Alhatham's story quest? I think so. That was a little bit more tech savvy. And then there was just the Urban Soul in general is its whole own thing. But even like the Akasha stuff, that seems more in line with whoever hacked the robots. But my immediate thought then would be, oh, it was Scaramouche. But he's good now. He's a little public menace. But he's fine. He's just annoying sometimes, and we love him. I have not taken that punk off my team in months. He stayed on the team the whole time. I love him. I have merch of him. I have the sad little wet cat plushie. I have it. The Scarmail plushie, I own it. There is video proof that I own that on this channel. I own the plushie. I love him. I call him a punk lovingly. That being said, he would not hack the Gardamex in Fontaine. Unless there's another one in the Fatui, I don't know. Could be Fremine. Ooh, could be Fremine. He makes robots. Pin. Put a pin in it. I don't think it is, though. I think it's a secret third party. Which, it's probably it's the third party with the drugs. Not drugs. In Minecraft. You know. Oh, I don't know what's good. It definitely is not the Fatui, is kind of what we're getting at. Because, like, yeah, Fremine hypothetically might be able to hack Gardamex, but I don't think... Like, I think we end up working with Arlecchino. And, like, we don't take down the Fatui in Fontaine. They're still operating when we're done with Fontaine. So it can't be that, you know? I don't think the Fatui, it's the Fatui at all.
Demands, the chef would
'Cause it just
think
doesn't
you're
make
out of your
sense.
mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me.
So
and
somebody
my
would have... it was
Gardamex.
definitely a fully
Removing
planned
the serial
thing.
number is also not
Yeah, you
as
just
easy
gotta
as you might think.
Scratch it off.
There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible
What
to
do you
keep it
mean?
a secret.
You just gotta scratch it
Well, I can
off.
promise
Take a
you.
nail file.
Those mecha were definitely private units.
Well, that makes it even more... That makes it worse. That makes... Because they're
Certainly
not stolen.
cheap. So, whoever their owner
Oh.
is must be super rich.
Okay. Yeah,
powerful,
no.
Both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth
It
business
sounds
would
like-
definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
I guess we do end up working with Arlecchino to take him down. That would make sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It does.
Oh,
It's not the
then
Fatui.
you're officially in the clear, Tia.
Yeah, no, he would have been fine. I didn't think it was him. I think it's the guy after him.
Oh, well, thank
Maybe it's
you
none
for
of
the vote
them.
Confidence, Navia.
I don't remember.
Jokes
How many
aside,
people have we talked to? I thought he
I'd
was the
like to
last
wish you
one.
all the best with your investigation.
Thanks, Thierry.
I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so
You're our
just
guy.
confine
If he
me if you need
dies,
any
I
support
swear to
from the
God.
guards.
I'm on red alert now. I vaguely know what happens with Fontaine. So, like, if he dies, I swear. I swear. We have to contact Marcel? Where am I going? Where am I going to contact Marcel? Listen, we will level up Arlecchino. Not today, but it will happen. That's why we're doing this, because I need to do the thing. You know, I need to finish and get caught up so that we can do Arlecchino's story quest, so that I can level her. Because I don't want to just, like, yeah, I could unlock it right now. Because, like, obviously we can go, like, over here, I think. We go boss enemies, scroll all the way down. Oh, that's the new guy. Hey, is Arlecchino not in here? I guess it would be a Trounce domain, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, it's a Trounce domain. Like, see? What is this one? Shadow of Another World. Hey, what's that one? Because Scattered Ruins, I don't know what these are, but yeah, obviously I could quick challenge them, but that takes away the mystique of it all. I want to do it in the story. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna pick the Navia line, for obvious reasons, and I think it's the lowest one. Okay, so we're gonna go to floor 4 now. Oh, that's the highest. Okay, so we need to go to floor 1. Okay, station main hall, is it? Well, at least Arlecchino's comfortable. She has a chair, at least she's comfortable. It looks like I'm going in the right direction, because we're still going down. So I think I did this right. This is, she literally brought out the chair on the elevator. So am I in the right spot now? I am. Thank God. Where's Marcel? Okay. Or is there another elevator? Okay, thank God there isn't. I love Arlecchino's little, like, jingles. I don't know what's jingling on her outfit, but something is. Oh, you're not Marcel. Are you Marcel? Are you Marcel?
Hello. How may I help you?
Oh, you're like
I'm here to see Marcel.
okay,
Could
you're
you please
like
let him
his
know?
secretary or
You
something.
can just
Okay.
say Navia's looking for him.
He's gonna be gone.
Sure. I will
But
let him know
he's not
right
gonna
away.
be here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not here. So after waiting for a while, Marcel arrives in a hurry. Okay, so he is here.
Navia, hello. Sorry to
You're definitely the
keep
one.
waiting.
You're the last guy.
Not as
You have to be the
young as
one.
I used to be, so my legs are giving
Are you
out.
sure? Are you sure you just didn't want to talk to
It's
us?
all right,
Really?
Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress.
Navia's better at this than I am. I would immediately be like, it's
About what
you!
happened in the opera
You're the
house.
one! You're the
I'm sure you saw everything
the
too,
snitch.
right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Yeah. Likely story, Marcel.
Oh, you were at the opera house too?
Oh, that does not look good for him.
That's
That does
right.
not look
I
good.
went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder
Wait a second. Oh, and for whatever reason, my brain immediately thought Navia was the one who got the fake ticket. Like she stole a ticket off someone. No, that was the one who almost died. Didn't die, but almost. I don't know. I don't know. I do know I'm very much losing my voice. Like it is gone, and I've only been recording for about 14 minutes. I wanted to play Genshin for most of the night. What do I do with this? I don't know. I drink water and hope it helps. Because my voice is gone. This always happens. It's always when I'm like a little bit sick that I'm like, I'm gonna record a video. It's always then. Anyways, I don't trust this guy.
Also
Marcel the
witnessed
Shell,
marvelous
but not.
Quite impressive. To beat
Paimon
the
is
Hydro
too happy
Archon at
about
her own
that.
game on her own turf. I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits.
He's
over
like
a few
trying
glasses
to
of
like
wine.
Oh, Paimon
dispel
doesn't wanna
the
become a
situation.
drunkard.
Paimon.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine
I mean-
is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
I too love
Also,
drama and
you've
theatrics,
also
but
noticed that other thing, right?
I
The
think
fact that humans can
I'm
dissolve
putting
in
too
water?
much on Fontaine. Cause like, first of all, I do think it's a little bit slow to start. I do think it's a little bit drawn out. And I think it probably could be more condensed, but also like all the information is necessary. I don't know how I feel about Fontaine. Because it's been hyped up so much and I know it gets really good, but for whatever reason, Act 1 and Act 2 just have not been hitting for me yet. And that's why I feel like I keep putting it off. But I know it gets really good. So I'm just like, what do we do with this information?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case.
Today we've
Navia.
learned I
Is that
should
what
not
you're
revisit the
investigating
Ace
now?
Attorney games. Just because
Exactly.
for whatever reason
I still
I'm
don't have
not
any
interested
solid
by
proof,
this.
but
I love
I'm
drama
convinced
though.
that the other
Also, I was gonna
side
take a
has
drink of water. I
already
probably
begun
shouldn't do
to
that.
act.
Oh, and
It's
what
not like-
makes you say
I don't have a
that?
straw, so it'd
We were
be very
attacked on
obnoxious.
Arrhenius by some unnumbered
Yes.
Gardamax.
We were attacked.
And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial
Yeah.
sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner,
We're
I
just telling him
probably
this?
wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
I don't know. We were knocked out for the second one.
That's too much credit.
We were knocked out hard for the second one. That was
Alas,
all on
it
Chlorine.
seems things are heating up again. The peace
Heating
that
up
Callus
again.
sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past.
Hmm.
But rest assured, Navia,
It's like you're
Poisson
blaming
will
us.
always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared,
Telling her to
you
stay.
can always return there.
No, it's totally him because he's
If
like, just
anyone
go to.
dares to lay their
What is it,
hands on
Poisson?
there,
Just go there.
the Confrérie
Don't
of
leave.
Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
He's lying. He's lying through his
Thank
teeth.
you,
I don't trust
Uncle
him.
Marcel. But
Yeah,
I
no.
don't intend to go into hiding.
Who do you
I'm
think
going to
Navia
stand
is?
on
You think
the
she's
iron
gonna
side.
go into
Do you have any
hiding?
new
Who do you think
thoughts
she
on my father's
is?
case?
Do we have thoughts?
About that.
Oh,
My age is
Oh.
catching up with me.
he's
So
not
it'll
that
take me a while
old. He
to
doesn't
recall
sound
my
that
memory.
old. I actually kind of like his voice. It's the one
The
compliment I'm
Confrérie
giving
was
you.
responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the
Okay.
time to drink with the guests,
So you should remember
Then I heard the
everything
sound of a
hypothetically,
gunshot.
because you weren't
and the rest was history.
like you were totally sober.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself.
We'll ask
We'll
around some more. I've already asked
See if there
around.
are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Oh, it's totally him.
Sounds good.
He's hiding
Just let me
something.
know if you ever need more.
He's definitely hiding something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I know I'm stuffed
All
up.
my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support.
Like, he's
I'll spend
being too
however much
nice.
it takes to clear his name.
Like, Tyrio's nice, but in a different way. And then the first guy, whose name I forget, he was, like, angry. And I respect that. So we have to go over the clues at Navia. Where are we going over the clues? I'm just gonna follow the little path. I can't wait to get into the drama. Like, we've had a lot of, like, doo-doo-doo investigation. I would like the drama. I think the drama is more fun. I'm here for theatrics and drama, and I haven't gotten enough of it. There's been a little bit. There's been a little to keep me going, but I would like more.
We've talked to all three
I also would like
suspects,
more Arlecchino.
purely based on their
I've
conversations
inserted
today.
Arlecchino into this myself, and I would like more in the story. Thank you.
Particularly suspicious.
None of them really stood out as a suspect. I mean, I think I am projecting a little bit onto Marcel, but I do think he knows something. Even if it's not the information we want to know, he definitely is hiding something. He was just too brief with everything he said and saw. And like, yeah, he's getting older, but it wasn't that long ago where it's like you would forget everything, especially a night that sounds that traumatic, you know? Like, definitely people cope with trauma differently, but I do think he's hiding something. I don't think he blocked out all of it, because also he wasn't directly involved, at least from what he was saying. So like, I don't know. I guess none of them really stood out as a suspect though.
I suppose that's to be
I
expected,
don't know.
though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out,
I guess.
then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years.
But
Anyway,
like,
even though we didn't make
I
a
don't
breakthrough,
know.
let's still compile what we were able to find.
Do I have to do Ace Attorney
Where
minigames?
should we start?
Jacques' motive. Was Jacques the first guy? I think so. Or was he the friend?
Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that.
I think-
Alice probably only ended up with the gun.
Okay.
Circumstance.
It's been too long since I've done the first part of
That
this.
makes sense.
But I remember I liked
To
that
Jacques'
part.
family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had
Uh-huh.
no choice before he left home that day.
So Jacques was the friend, that's for sure.
If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father.
Uh-huh.
Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
But he still ended up like
So,
kicking the
Jacques
bucket in the
fired
end.
The first shot?
Oh. So Lumine says, if I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired a shot at all. Oh, Lumine, you are way too naive in this scenario.
Oh? And why is that?
But why? So could he guarantee his safety after killing Callus? Callus? I think it's Callus. Or could his family's safety? Oh, here's the drama I wanted. This is the drama I wanted. I guess his family's.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think his
Jacques
family's is probably the most
already
important.
knew that he was just being used as a
Yeah.
tool for murder.
I mean,
And once he had completed his mission,
Paimon got it.
he'd be of no more use to his boss.
That's true.
So,
And at that
what would
point, he
make
knew too
more sense
much.
From his perspective, would be to turn his back on the order
Yeah,
and seek protection from my father.
that makes enough sense. So it seems the third person was the one who derailed everything. The secret third person.
Makes sense.
So technically, I guess there was
But without
4.
evidence, that's
Because
still just
I didn't
a
even
theory.
factor in the synth boss before.
Besides,
Interesting.
Doc, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well.
Yeah, that one's weird.
It's obvious that our
Like, is
enemy
there
has
anyone-
become more antsy after the secret of the primordial
Is there anyone
seawater
who
was
would be that
revealed.
smart in Fontaine? Not saying that Fontaine people are stupid, but that's like a lot of... It's very techy.
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible.
I don't think there's any...
But who
characters
among the
here.
3 suspects
Why are we...
would have the ability to control privately owned
Oh my, what is this angle? Ooh. The ability to control privately owned Gardamex. Well, I think Florent was the first. Florent was the first one. And he was the one who was like angry. I liked him. I don't think it was him, especially because he doesn't seem... Because it has to be somebody who's really rich. And I don't... Like, not to say he seems like a broke guy, but like, he doesn't seem... Like, he seems like the type of person who would say eat the rich and not be the rich, you know? Thierry as well, he seemed very normal, just like a guy, but also he knew a lot. I think it's Marcel. He's like, I can give you Mora, don't worry about it. I think it's Marcel.
Uncle Marcel?
I think it's him.
My father did.
Because
really
also, you
trust
say your
him.
father trusted him, but
And
how do we know
worked
that? He's
together
dead.
on a large number
You're-
of
he's dead.
projects.
In
Maybe that's how
Minecraft.
he got to know Jacques.
I
And
think
with
it's
funds from the
Marcel.
Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex.
Yeah, and he was very
Still
frazzled,
Really hard for me to imagine, though.
right?
After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child.
You never know.
Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
I mean, oh, okay, so it's not Marcel. Does that mean it's Thierry, or do I have to go through everyone? If it's Jacques, I swear I liked, not Jacques, it was Florent. I like that guy. Maybe it was someone else? Okay, so is it Thierry?
Thierry, you say?
So it's not Marcel. We're
It's
sure about
possible
that.
He's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use.
I don't know, like, is he,
But
like, is he one of
I kinda
those?
feel like he was lying when he was talking.
Don't
to us
tell
about
me
the
it's
method.
Florent. I like that
also
guy.
don't think he'd be
He
able
was
to
my
keep that kind of
favorite.
tampering under wraps.
But he was really angry, so maybe that was like a
I
cover.
actually tampered with the mecha. We'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory.
I don't know. Are we going to
If the
the
mecha
inventory?
were taken from the guards, it should
Ugh.
be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
So it's not Thierry, it's Florent? You've got to be kidding me. I hate it here.
Florent?
I loved him. He was my
It true that he
favorite.
was closest to my father,
I mean,
and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings
hold
with
on.
Sherlock.
I'm getting stuffed up. I guess, I mean, he was my favorite, and I do have a history of liking villain-coded characters. I can never be free. There will always be a villain or evil-coded character that will pop up somewhere, even if it's an NPC, that won't be relevant in like 5 minutes.
But Spina di Rosu.
Oh, it's not him either. Is it none of
mostly
them?
Deals with personnel and security.
What are we doing?
So he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
That's what I'm saying. He seemed like
You
broke.
think he's too broke to afford a
Yes.
mecha?
Paimon said it, not me.
Exactly. He can't. And
So
even
it's
if
none
he
of them.
could,
It's none
I
of them.
don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group
It is
so quickly.
none of them.
Who could it be?
Are we like looking past? I think. Oh, we're playing the Ace Attorney mini games. All right, choose the most reasonable evidence. I think it's Marcel. Can I just select it? I'm missing information here, but I don't care. Marcel, where are we going?
If you think everything through,
Is this?
Uncle
Do the
Marcel
choices
is
matter here?
indeed
Am I
the
gonna get in
most
trouble?
suspicious of them all.
He
We
is.
be missing other suspects? Malus
I
didn't
don't trust
know about
him.
the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
I mean, I don't know.
Malus has always been very reliable.
I was
and
missing
his
a
judgment of others'
third or I
trustworthiness
guess
has been
sixth
fair
piece of
and
evidence.
well
So I don't
considered.
know.
When he
But I don't
laid
think-
out his case for the three,
I did what the quest
rationale
told
he gave
me.
made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable
guess.
about the Spina's internal affairs.
Yes.
Has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate.
That one's questionable, but I
and
guess he has the
possesses
money if that's the
significant
means.
Intellect and foresight.
I don't know if he has the intellect
Even if I don't
to
want
control
to believe it, I'm
robots, but
starting
maybe
to
he
see how
hired
things
someone?
could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
He could have very easily hired someone to do it. There's probably someone at Fontaine who knows how those things work. Just even like a disgruntled guard or like a guard who needs more money. Honestly, what if it could be two of them? What if it's Thierry? What if he got hired? You know, I don't know. But he is someone who's very close to you after all.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all
We
the
do?
theorizing and speculating.
Oh, the synth production base.
Yes.
We haven't gone there
Malus
yet.
did
Oh.
say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky.
Let's charge right in.
We don't have any other
Bang, bang.
options right now.
We can go grab Chlora and she has guns.
We need far more
In
solid
Minecraft.
proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Oh,
Here you are.
Thierry. Okay, so he's not
been looking
involved
for you.
because he wouldn't have come back to help us or anything.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards?
Yes,
Did something
Paimon. We just talked to him.
Yeah.
So,
News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
oh,
We've got another trial.
what's the
on our hands.
trial?
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
Navia's like,
What's so
okay,
newsworthy about this one?
fork found in kitchen.
I know. They said the
Okay.
person they're putting on trial is a Dewy harbinger called Tartaglia.
I just was talking about how this was slow to start. I needed more drama, and you threw Tartag at me. We were just talking about I really like villain or evil coded characters. I have Scaramouche merch. Guess whose merch I have the most of? Child! Dear God, we're doing this. We are totally doing this. It's Child! I was just talking about how it can't be a harbinger and Papa Boy Tartag.
What?
Tartag
Is
jump
that
scare.
Someone you know?
Yes, actually, unfortunately.
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Yep, that's one way to put it.
He's been accused of being
No
the true
way.
culprit
He wasn't even
behind the
here.
serial disappearances
Bro.
case.
This is
It's absurd. Don't
we're
you
gonna have to
think?
do be his lawyer because he wasn't even here. Like 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? He was literally over in Lue calling on a primordial sea god. Like he hasn't been here. He was in Inazuma like a year ago. Like he hasn't been here. And at the time of like this dropping, it had been like a couple months since we saw him in the Inazuma thing. He hasn't been here. Why are we literally? He doesn't even go here. He's here on vacation. Anyways.
Wait, how?
That's, oh
None
my
of
god.
our investigations have had anything to do with
He
him.
hasn't even been here!
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news.
My
right
god.
away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible
guess.
to get the guards to.
Because it would
support
make more
any
sense
of
if the
our planned
Fatui still had Skarmish, because I'm like, oh, he's doing something,
Right.
something. But no!
Because they'll think they've already
don't got him
found
anymore.
the culprit.
We've been over this!
And it'll be a lot harder than to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Dear god.
Hmm.
Here's my drama.
Understand.
This is what I was waiting for. I forgot Child was heavily involved in
What do you
this.
think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive
We gotta go
evidence.
break Child out of jail. Let's split up. So is Navia gonna... Oh, that's a horrible idea! Where have we done this before? There's been another... When was the last time we split up in a game? Because it didn't go well. I can't remember what game, but it didn't go well. I think it was Honkai Impact. No, things never go well when we split up like that in Honkai Impact. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Navia's gonna get jumped, and so are we, because we're going to prison.
Huh? Split
This is
up?
not gonna end well.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay. You can go to Arania, so I'll go to investigate that place. I'm confident in my combat abilities. I feel like that's a worse idea, because that's definitely gonna get Child put in jail. Because we're like anyone in Fontaine. We are Lumine and Paimon, the only two people who can vouch for the fact that Child doesn't even go here. He does not. Passports don't exist in Tavat. He can't be like, well, see, I haven't been here. He's going to jail because we shouldn't have to be everyone's lawyer, quite frankly. Anyways, I am confident in my combat abilities.
Just as
So long as I take
expected,
for
my
level
partner.
40 Arlecchino off the team.
Since this is a trial about the serial
God.
disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Arrhenius.
Will it though?
leaving
Because
his
it's not
fan base
him.
Wide open.
No, they're gonna be like, okay,
Right.
sick.
This
We're
is our
free.
best
Just let
opportunity.
him go to jail.
All right then.
And then
Let's
we'll
do
be in the
this.
clear.
I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit.
Okay, I guess that works.
I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though.
Yeah,
unless
that's
we find more evidence.
that's fair.
It'll be up to you to make it back in time.
Will we find
and
something
hand
of his?
decisive evidence to me.
I don't know. Leave it to me, I guess. Child's going to jail.
You, just like you helped us in Lumine's
I mean, I trust Navia to be a good lawyer, but like,
Allow us to accompany you.
unless she
I'm
says that, like, oh, we need to be called as a witness or
Hello,
something.
Silver. When did you two get here?
I miss
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance.
I
It's
really,
our hope that your confidence
I know
will
they
be
leave. I
bolstered
know they
with
don't
the two
stick
of us
around.
by your side.
but I swear to God,
Thank you so much. Then let's make haste for Aaron. Paimon, traveler.
give me a second.
I'll see you at the Opera House.
Okay, there's like a weird ambient siren thing, and it's like not even a siren. It's like, you know, the horns on boats that go like, that's what it sounds like, but just continuous. Like you just are continuously holding down on the thing that makes the horn go, There's like an ambient sound of that in the background, and I don't like it. I thought it was coming from like outside my headphones, so I needed a moment because I took my headphones off to see what it was coming. It's from the game. I'm uncomfortable and don't like it.
See you then.
I'm uncomfortable with what we're doing now. Suspect analysis. Was that the 6th thing I needed? It could be. Are we being teleported?
Now that Navia has set out for Arrhenius,
Okay.
we should also get going.
When all return to the
The
waters.
location has already been marked on the map. So
I'm gonna
let's
let
head
Paimon finish, and then I am gonna switch in a team that I know works, just because I don't trust the vibes we've created in the studio. Wood Sith farming team prevails. I told you. See, we got Wanderer back. I told y'all. Love that little guy. I need a team that I know can do combat because I don't know what we're getting into. Go to the place. Look in this area. Where the hell is in this area? The quest area is reached. Did I mess something up? Oh, okay. Find the entrance to the headquarters.
According to Malusa's info,
In
the Sith
quotations.
production base is underwater.
It's underwater. Okay, we gotta go in.
Try to find the entrance.
We're going in. Oh, it's left control. Oh, too shallow to dive here. What do you mean? Okay, we're in. Oh, it's far. Why is it that far? What the heck? This isn't even the full entrance, is it? Unless this is it. I guess that is it. Okay, weird. Weird flex.
Finally found it.
Paimon can swim.
So this is the entrance that leads to the Sin production
I didn't even know
base.
Paimon could swim down here.
Sure doesn't seem out of the
Paimon,
ordinary.
wait a
at all.
second. If Paimon can swim, how did she drown when we first met her? Paimon, I'm calling you out today. I guess they don't want it to stand out though.
You're right. An important place like this
Like,
is bound to have a ton of protective
oh,
measures
is it
and
booby trapped?
mechanisms.
Are we gonna
Navia's probably arguing up a
God.
storm right now to stall for us.
Do we get to see what Navi is doing? Meanwhile, inside the opera epicles, yeah, we can. I get to see Tartag. I get to see Tartag looking a little pathetic, just a little treat.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh my God.
Do you accept
And
the charge
Nuvolet's
that you are
angry.
the true culprit behind
I'm
the
having a
serial
great time.
disappearances case?
Look at him. He looks like a little
To
guy.
be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system. Or the
Oh,
reason
he's
why
so
I'm being
stupid.
charged with something
I love
I've
it.
never even heard of. However, I did hear that
Love
people
this
who
guy.
have been charged can choose to participate in a duel. to
Oh
clear their
God.
name.
Oh
Is
God.
that right?
You are so stupid. You are so stupid. You are so stupid, and I love you.
In which case,
Dear God.
as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with
Dear
that champion duelist, Clorent.
She's
right?
gonna kill you.
That's
She's
not
gonna
information.
kill
That's one of
you.
the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Oh my God.
When
You're
I
so
privately
dumb.
sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointment.
Oh my God.
Don't you understand? You're
It's like,
currently
what the hell?
prime suspect for a major case.
What are you doing?
This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Freda's like, this
Oh,
is serious.
Sounds
What are you
like the
doing?
Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House.
Oh yeah, doesn't
Then
he
why
know
don't
all this
you
stuff?
duel me too. I'm the kind of student that
I'm
learns
sorry.
best in the heat of battle.
You are so dumb. You're picking a fight with the Hydro Archon in quotations.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have
He's
made
so
very
angry.
little progress.
I'm having a great time.
In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
Oh, this
The
is
goal
because
of
we
this
just got
trial
here.
is to determine the culprit
I like how they
behind
did
the
that,
serial
actually, story-wise.
disappearances case.
So we still know what's
Case
going
had
on
nothing
technically.
to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Navia doesn't even know him.
What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
Because
I told you it couldn't be one of
Navia
the
would be a
Fatui
great lawyer.
harbingers.
She would,
Miss
the
Navia,
people's
this
lawyer.
Is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings.
for
I
good
only
reason.
tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness.
I mean,
But that
technically
was an
we're the
exception
witness.
rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjection.
Nicolette, you don't have a leg to stand on right now.
Did you ever think I had
Oh.
any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
The people's lawyer.
We can put
Navia is for the
discussion
people.
aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to
Love
charge
her.
the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Yeah.
If my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Yeah, that's kind of how court works.
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name.
I hate him.
How
I hate him so
fascinating.
much.
Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all
Oh
these
my
rules
God.
and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer.
Looks dead in the eyes.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing
Oh.
else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience.
In the
That
audience.
doesn't mean the
I say we let him stay up
suspicions
here.
have been lifted.
I say we let him stay up
Now,
here.
Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
It's the guy.
That person
He's
is-
probably halfway to God knows where. I guess we have to pick the suspect analysis. This person is none other than Marcel. I knew it was Marcel. I guess I picked the right one.
the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
So does that mean they gotta go get him?
Convery. Never heard of them in my life.
Whoa! The who what? Wait. Ooh.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's
I mean,
sister
if she's
organization?
Spina,
Oh,
Navia's.
is this
I'm.
like a friends
I'm.
kind of
I'm.
situation?
Ugh.
Please
Friends
let me
said
remind you, Miss
shut-
Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly
Oh my God.
serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it.
I guess he's not entirely wrong
If
about
the
that,
charge
but like,
fails, depending on the
my God.
circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making
Is
a
that-
false accusation.
fair. That
Knowing
probably
this,
should be a thing if
Do
it's
you
not.
still wish to charge this man?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Stand your ground,
In
Navia.
that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take
I
your
was gonna say,
places on the
Nuvolet
court.
really doesn't have a leg to stand on when he's like, he literally just let
Members of the
Navia's
guards,
dad
Please contact
die in
Mr. Marcel
Minecraft, you
right
know?
away so that he may stand trial.
After some time of shocked and confused, Marcel is brought to the stands. I mean, I think I did it right.
Mr. Marcel,
Right?
you do not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Is he not gonna?
Apologies.
Oh.
It all just happened so quickly.
He's
I
playing
still
dumb,
haven't figured out what's
but
going
not in the
on.
fun way like Child
I think
was.
an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
No, it's not.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived,
Do I have to
Miss
sit
Navia,
through the whole court
please
case
present
with
your
Navia?
charges.
I would like to take everyone back to
I don't
3
know if I
years
want to
ago,
do this.
to the case of Callus the Unfaithful.
We have to go through everything again.
Through elucidating what
Please,
really happened in
please
that
don't make me
case,
sit through the
can
whole thing.
reconnect all
I
the
just
dots
did
of the
this.
serial disappearances case.
Navia.
Navia said, I've connected the dots. And Marcel said, you haven't connected anything.
Why would I do that? Callus was my
What
benefactor.
a
I remember both
timely
you and
joke that
I
is.
Only ran to the scene
I need
when
a
we
drink of
heard the
water.
sound of a gun.
I choked on my water, so I'm like dying, but then there's also a rabid dog barking outside my window. And I think I had something to do with it, because I've just been choking for the last 5 minutes. That did not help. I don't know why I suddenly feel like I'm getting sick. This always happens. God. I just wanted to do Archon quest. Alright, yeah.
If
They
that's
ran to
enough
the
make me a
scene.
suspect,
But
wouldn't
just
that make
because...
everyone at that banquet a suspect
Here's the
as
thing.
well?
Technically, yes, they all should have been questioned.
I think there's no point in getting
Everyone at the
into
banquet should have been questioned
specifics
fully.
right now. The audience doesn't
Like, technically,
have
yes, they all should have been suspects.
Even I'm struggling to remember some details
Oh,
of
Farina.
that case.
Was she the one who
Exactly
even
correct, Your
was,
Honor.
like, presiding
I
over that
must
case?
refresh everyone's memory about that case before
Oh,
I can
God.
explain my charge and reasoning.
Are we gonna
I
cut
see.
away for this one and go
In
back
which case, I
to...
will recount the findings about
the
that
Dream
case
Team?
as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Dear God. Oh God, are we going through the whole thing? Dear God!
On the day of the murder,
Oh,
Spina
should
di
I
Rosula
move?
hosted a large banquet
Probably.
in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
We're playing Ace Attorney. Okay, great. Alright, Callus the Unfaithful.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
It's kind of a... the art is, like, kind of insane. I really like it. It's really good art. Oh, wait, this is the guy! This was, what's his face? The one I liked.
When the guests arrived at the
Oh.
scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus,
So
holding a
that's...
gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques,
That's
lay
Jacques.
dead from a gunshot wound.
This one's Jacques. But what's the... that's a tree branch? There's a tree branch over him. How did that happen? That's gonna play into
The guards'
something.
investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene.
Like, why was
As
there a
result,
tree on
they
top of him?
concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed.
That
The
doesn't
second
seem
must
right.
have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did
Alright.
not dispute this conclusion.
Is that him?
and also
that
declined to
Navia's
defend
dad?
himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove
Oh,
his
totally.
innocence through a duel.
I'm not, usually not a facial hair person, but, I mean, moving on.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel.
Clorand.
Soon
Every
succumbed
time
to
they,
the injuries.
every time someone says her name, they say it differently.
These are the known facts.
There's
about the
something
case.
missing though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're all numbered properly, but something has to be missing. They make like a perfect puzzle, but there's a puzzle piece missing still.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had
Yeah.
no reason to pull the trigger.
I mean, that's true.
In truth, the third person.
But
shot
they don't know
Jacques
about the
first,
third
and
person.
was
That's
shot in
also the
turn by
thing.
My father, when my father seized the
Because
gun
there was
from
the
him.
secret third person,
After
and then the
that,
secret fourth
true
person who's the
culprit
synth
turned
boss.
Third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Oh, okay, so there was 2 other ones.
Thank you for the summary.
One
Your
of them
Honor.
being the synth boss.
Of course.
Yeah.
The guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible.
So there
to
was
us at
actually
the
2
time.
secret people,
However,
not just one.
We should revisit the case now that we've gained new information
Yes.
about the abilities of water from the
Primordial seawater. Here we go. Continue to refute. Okay. So the banquet. We start with the banquet. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. So we identify loopholes. Our loophole would probably be the seawater, right? Or would it be the testimony from Jacques' family? I don't know! Suspect analysis. Information regarding Florent. Callus did not carry a gun with him when he went out. I think that would go more with the gun part, right? Or, oh, wait, okay, so we have to pick apart. So 2 gunshots. According to the investigations, Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jacques for his betrayal. There actually would be 2 loopholes. So one of them would be that Callus did not carry a gun with the information from Florent. Florent? Hey!
Right.
Okay, fine. So I guess it would be the testimony from Jacques' family.
Testimony of the victim's family
Yeah.
confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet.
Okay.
However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared
Yes.
everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection.
But he still didn't have a
Unfortunately for
gun.
Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another
A third assassin! So that's been refuted. So maybe the scene of the crime. Oh wait, the scene of the crime. Callus holding a gun. He didn't have a gun with him. What? That still doesn't work? He doesn't have a gun! What do you mean? The clothing of an unknown person. I mean, maybe the gun goes here. I know it goes somewhere, okay? It has to be useful somewhere. So the scene of the crime one. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, had laid dead from a gunshot wound. Based on the investigations done then, there was no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. After conducting a re-investigation, it is now certain that Callus did not bring a gun with him. Okay, so it already says that. Moreover, details of the case point towards the possible existence of a third person on scene. So the loophole there then would be the clothing of an unknown person? Yes, clothing of an unknown person was found there.
Then turn to shoot
With the
Callus,
seawater.
only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Wait, really? The third person barged into the scene and killed Jacques. As they were about to kill Callus, they were shot and turned by Callus when he seized the gun from them. Okay, so Callus did kill someone. That did happen. Reconstruction of events. The guards concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. Would that be the Callus did not have a gun? I swear, that goes somewhere. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. There's still loopholes, but I don't know where. Because I think we did it. This deduction is based on the circumstances where there is no third person on the scene, but it turns out that there is a method that can cleverly cover up the killer's tracks. That would be the seawater.
A pile of
Actually.
clothes was found at the scene.
Well, that's not about the
guards once
seawater.
believed they were used by Jacques as
That's
a
not the
costume to
seawater.
disguise himself. But
How would he
now
put...
it is
I'm
clear
sorry,
that the
that makes
clothes
no
were proof
sense.
That there was a third person at the scene. and that
Secret
they were
third
turned
person.
into
But
water after
he
committing
had on
Since it was
another
raining that day, the culprit
outfit.
Was confident that they could use
He had
the
on
rain
another
to
outfit
wash
over
away
his
all
outfit.
traces of their dissolved accomplice.
That would be very obvious. Okay, so we did it all.
The true
I swear,
caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water.
I'm giving so much
leaving
credit
everyone
to,
believe
what's his name?
Callus was
Floron.
responsible for Jacques' murder.
That's him!
Is the
His
true
outfit's sick as
version
hell.
of events.
Callus, you died too young. You were so pretty. We did it! Yay! Ace Attorney, wow! Look at that fountain. That's not a fountain, that is a scale, and it is tipped entirely in our direction. Awesome. Cool. Great. We refuted successfully. Navia is so good at this.
That's what happened.
I hope we don't have to do it again. I hope we don't have to do it again. Listen, it's a cool mechanic. I just have to move my box every time, and I don't want to move my box again.
You're telling me something as dangerous as water
Yes.
from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
Yes, actually, it has.
Great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective
Marcel, oh
I
god.
guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Yeah,
Mr.
likely
Marcel,
story.
You are the one being charged with the crime.
Oh
You should
god.
provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
He doesn't have one.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just
He has
said.
seawater on
In
him.
fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Oh, wait, that's
Then,
true.
May I ask some questions?
Oh no.
In my opinion, we primarily
Oh,
need to determine
no.
two things.
I was
One,
curious about that.
do you have the evidence to back up your claim?
No.
I'm
We
afraid
only
not.
have like circumstantial, like
least not
interview
at this
type
very
evidence,
moment.
and I don't think that.
What
the heck?
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
What is this? This is a court. Court is in session, and you're like, boo, like what? Fontaine is something else. I don't even remember what I was saying because of this one. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, but it's all like circumstantial interview-based evidence, and I don't think that, like, I don't think you can use that in a court of law to like put someone in jail. I don't have a law degree, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. I think that's like the one thing, like you need to have like solid, concrete, visual evidence in some way. Or I guess like if it's like a recording, I guess that works too, but you need to have like concrete, a thing, something that can be touched, like even if it's a sound recorder, you need something. And right now we got nothing. We got like a testimony from Jacques' wife, the widow, if you will, like that, come on.
I may not have the
I
evidence
really
to
hope that
prove
one
it,
doesn't
but
talk
I
again.
know where I could go to
That
collect it.
NPC.
If we look up the deserted clothes against a
Huh.
record of people who went missing around the same time, we should
Deserted?
be able to find a match.
Oh.
Considering the serial
Especially because
disappearance
everyone in
case,
Devat will lose
the
the same
guards
outfit.
probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or
Would they
gender.
not have popped up
That makes
again?
sense to
I
me.
guess.
Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this. to
And I
be
mean, I
a
guess if you
reasonable
posit that sort of
investigative
theory, they do have to look into it, I think. I think that actually works.
Farina's acting a little differently today.
Because it's other Farina.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself.
Is it other Farina? There's too many things going on in Fontaine.
After charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
That would be fair. That
My second question.
you can.
has to do with
That
the
should
ensuing
happen. Does it
duel.
happen? No.
If the truth is indeed as you described,
Or she has something else cooking.
why didn't Mr.
Yep.
Callis explain himself
I
in
think-
court? If he
I
had
forget. I think it was
testified that a
something.
person had been
Oh, because they wanted to kill
dissolved,
Navia.
could have at least mounted a defense.
They wanted to kill
I thought
Navia.
about this too, and the answer
In Minecraft.
is actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
He felt there were things that were more important to him.
Yeah.
The
His daughter's
decisive
life.
power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case.
Because originally I thought it had something to do with Jacques and like keeping a secret
But he chose
for
to
Jacques.
take it to the grave.
Um,
At that time, Spina di Rosula
but it was
in
for
dire straits,
Navia.
and his reputation had already been shattered. He
Fair.
had no guarantee that going forward
I guess
with
that's
the
fair.
truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice.
Okay.
What was certain, however, was that it would paint a
Yeah.
gigantic target on my
It
back.
was all for her.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already
Yeah.
been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances.
It was all for Navia. Yep.
If the
Yep.
secret had gotten out, the culprit would have
So
fought
now
an
this is
all-out war with
basically
the
putting
Spina
that target
right
on her
there and
back.
then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger.
I didn't
All
think
of
about
us
that.
would have stood to
This
lose
is putting
our
a target on
lives.
her back.
Of course, the guards might eventually.
We need to figure this out really
the truth of
quickly.
the matter and determine that we
Like
were
we're
in
on the
right.
clock now. Someone put Navia in witness
But what
protection.
good
Come
would
on.
that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone?
Yeesh.
Had this opera house ever given my father
Wow.
any kind of confidence in its brand of justice,
Oh.
Spina di Rosula would have had no
Get
reason
him,
to
Navia.
resist.
Get him.
But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate.
I guess,
I
yeah.
was able to become Spina di Rosula's president.
That she did.
Which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more
Did they
time
say
to
how many
grow and
years it's
learn.
been since this happened?
And once I have
Because I was
figured out
curious
the
about the
truth
before,
and
the
stepped up
timeline
to
of
the
things.
challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot.
Love
and
Navia.
restore my father's truth and honor back to
Just
him.
having Nuvolette in this shot as well is so
You
impactful.
mean to say
Because
your father
Yeah.
intended to die
Totally.
in the duelist
we've known this for a couple videos now,
That's right.
Farina.
Do you have
But having
any
Nuvolette in the shot like that was like
Of course.
such a good shot because like he
All
let
you
this happen.
need is to ask his opponent.
And even back
Lorraine.
like a couple videos for this ago,
I don't need your apology.
he felt
your
guilty.
guilt, or your support from the shadows.
Oh.
You don't have to do anything for my sake.
Whoa.
But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his
Oh.
sacrifice.
Yeah, she probably did tell him.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis
Farina
was
has to
intending
ask her.
die?
Yes.
Probably didn't like give
I
a
did.
good fight. And
As
she
a
probably knew
champion
that.
duelist,
Yeah.
I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives.
Dear God,
In
Clorinde.
my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living.
Yeah.
Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and
But
twisted.
he was probably just like resigned
Just
to it.
one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
I mean, if she's done it enough
Hereby
times.
swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
That information would have been helpful a lot sooner, actually.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to
Ooh,
reopen this
we got the case reopened.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
I mean, wasn't the link her?
What she said was fascinating.
The
but
link was
kind of
her.
beside the point.
Because her father. The link was her. It's right there. It's a bit of a reach, but like they literally said, like, yeah, if my dad told the people about what was actually going on, they were gonna take out Navia. That's literally the link. That's like the like. Well, that you know they're working together now. That's it. They're working together. That's the information.
Wait, weren't they just talking about
Yes!
the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing.
Yes. Oh my God, Nuvolette,
In
you
my
are so
father's
stupid
case,
sometimes. I
the
love you, but you're.
culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callis.
Yeah.
As a result, they planned to act after hearing two
Oh!
gunshots.
I think I kind of need this
At
actually.
the end of Linny's trial, the culprit
Yes.
also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they
Yes.
realized they were at risk of being identified.
Okay.
The culprit could only time
So-
their action so precisely if they were already
Yeah, there was
at
a
the
secret
scene.
fourth person. They were already at the scene.
Coincidentally, Marcel attended both
It
the
was Mar-
banquet and the trial.
Even I didn't. I didn't clock that one. I didn't clock that one. I was like, yeah, there's a secret third and fourth person. I didn't know Marcel was the secret fourth person. Is he the synth boss? Like, actually? Bro.
So that's
whoa.
why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous.
Dude.
I'm used to it, though.
Oh my
I've
god.
always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia.
He's having his
It's one of your
villain
most
speech, isn't
endearing
he?
Traits.
His weird villain speech where he like compliments the protagonist
No
and it
need
gets
to
really weird.
appeal to pathos.
Because there like is definitely an age gap there. It gets weird.
But even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events?
No. But it's a theory.
On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
I mean, you're kind of implicating that you had something to do with it. Dude, you're kind of like, I mean, there's still reason for you to be investigated. Oof.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left.
Also, he's being so bitter about it. Like,
Alas,
yeah,
who won't feel at least a
he
little hurt
could
by
go
an
to jail.
accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah, well.
That's weird.
Let Uncle Marcel teach
This
you
is
another
weird.
lesson.
That's a weird line.
Do you
Don't
know what
never
the
say that
biggest
again,
flaw in your
Marcel.
reasoning is?
He's like too. I don't know. I don't like him. He's weird.
Timing again.
I don't like him. He's
I'm a
weird.
businessman
He's
by
creepy.
trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women.
But
it's a high-risk action with nothing to gain.
He could be hiring people to do it.
I left my home in Snezhnaya.
He's from
and I was going to
Snezhnaya?
come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business
Red
only
flag,
thrived when I
man.
received Callus's patronage. But
Oh, but
the
we already kind of
disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
He could still be related to it. He might not be running it, but he still has some involvement in it, right?
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure
Like, yeah,
he had
he's
come
prepared this. He's
there
probably rehearsed
anything
this little
else you'd like
speech in
to
his head a
say?
million times.
Would you like to check the date of my first business license?
No,
against the first known case of
because I still think
serial
he's
disappearances?
involved, but I don't know.
You can also take a look at my
how.
border entry records, or ask my
Border
friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first
Wait a minute.
time.
Border entry records exist in Tavat. So we know that Child wasn't here for most of the serial disappearances cases. Literally, pretty much all of them but the one that just happened. So like, hey guys, maybe we should check those things for Tartag. I'm just saying. Then maybe we would have never been in this scenario. Just a thought. I literally said earlier, passports don't exist, so what do we do with that? Border entry records do exist. That's the closest thing we got to a passport. Come on, guys. Work harder. Think better.
Could
I
those
swear to
records
God.
and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Why didn't we look at those records for Child? I
Seems like she
swear.
got the wrong guy.
Well, you got the wrong guy too.
Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Do we go to jail for Navia then? Because I know we go to jail.
Father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
Not
He wished
necessarily.
for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious instead of dwelling
Did he
only
say
on
that,
your
or are
own
you saying that
feelings.
to make her feel bad?
Once you've learned to be more
Because I don't
considerate
trust
of other
Marcel.
feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things.
Because it sounds like he's
You'd have
doing this
met
just
most
to like
of his
make a fool of her in front of everyone. That's what it's giving.
This isn't just about me, and it never
I don't-
has been.
Because she says it's not about
The biggest
her.
difference between me
She really
and the
does
rest of the
care.
victims is that
But I don't
still have
know.
the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has
Yeah.
long been taken from them.
She's right about that.
Whose families were destroyed by
Ugh, I don't know.
the people who
I
lost
don't
their
know.
loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice.
I
Many
do think
people's
Marcel's-
images are flashing before my eyes.
Oh, something's gonna happen at the end of this trial.
You and the audience as well.
We're probably gonna
And
trigger
whose
something in the
image
synth base.
Do you see, Marcel?
Oh.
Is it a man named Vache?
Vache. Wait.
Oh, so you do know that name.
Okay, theory time. Theory time. Theory time.
Really surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard.
Likely story, Marcel. He says that there's like a time he came from Snezhnaya. What if he was here before, but he had a different identity? What if what if he's Vache? It would be weird, but I mean, stranger things have happened in this game. Stranger things have happened. The Oceanid event that we got, like early Fontaine, that was weird. That was weird. I don't know. It's a reach.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Ooh, wait, do I have to? Okay, a little while earlier at the entrance to the synth production base. So we're going back to our POV, the dream team, Lumion and Paimon. I think we can be done for today though. Like I think this is I hit my microphone. I think this is a fine place to end. I finished my commissions. I did say I would like to play Genshin for the rest of the night, but there's also the issue of I do feel like I'm getting sick actually. Always have not only that, but it's getting on 9:30 and I'm tired and sleepy. So this is happening again.